Hi, this is Christy, ChristyMatthewsOnline.com and ChristyJMatthews.com. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you like today's topic, and it is motivation is not a mindset. And here's why. Well, first of all, if you think about it, motivation is something that we can get really excited and hyped up about, and then over time, it just kind of dwindles away. And we'll go back into our old patterns. So it lacks sustainability. However, if you develop a new mindset, you will have all the motivation you need to get the outcome that you're desiring with that particular mindset. So let me give you an example. Think of all the self-help manuals, webinars, seminars, books, courses that are out there. They all teach how to adapt to something. And what is lacking in all of this is how to go from adaptability to go to permanent change. Now, they all talk about them, but they don't really show you how to do that. And there are many thought leaders out there who will teach you the way to make the change, but they won't talk about the adaptability part. What I'm going to share with you today is to how to bridge the two together. And I didn't come up with this. This is the work of Brian Grasso and Carrie Campbell. Now, this is a couple, and they both are therapists, highly educated in their respected fields. Brian is a high performance coach, and Carrie's background is a therapist to those trying to overcome addiction and children with special needs. And when Brian and Carrie got together a long time ago, and they realized that there was some overlapping in their professions, and what the overlapping is whether you're working with a high performance athlete or you're working with somebody who is trying to break an addiction, they need the same things. They need the mechanisms to help develop and set clear, distinct new wiring to give a new mindset. And this is where their life work has now focused. And they realize that in the entrepreneurial space, this is a huge problem. In fact, if you think about all of the courses that are out there, there are trillions of dollars worth of courses on how-tos, and you fill in the blank on the how-tos. How to lose weight, how to get out of debt, how to break an addiction, how to build your business. But yet, over time, we all end up going back to our old patterns, and we go out and keep looking for new how-to self-help books, right, or courses. How many of you go out and keep buying courses or are jumping from business to business because they quote unquote didn't work? Well, I'm here to tell you that if you did have the proper mindset, the proper wiring, all of those courses, 9 times out of 10, will work. And any company that you've aligned yourself with will work. Really what it is, it's about what's going on in our brain. And then there's 4 key behaviors that we need to be aware of. Now, I know you've heard this before, but this is very important in terms of being able to deconstruct unconscious drivers and patterns that are going on and reconstruct new ones. You see, we have unconscious drivers that are always working in the background. Whether we're aware of it or not, they are there. And our goal is to take negative ones, get them out of there, deconstruct that, and reconstruct new ones. And so the 4 processes that we go through, and I'll give you the driving analogy here in just a moment. You have the unconscious incompetence, okay? You've got conscious incompetence, you've got conscious competence, and then you've got unconscious competence. Let me give you the driving example. You've never driven before, so you get behind the wheel of the car. And you've seen it done, right? But you never got to feel the gas pedal or the brake pedal or have to be aware of everything going on. So once you get in, you have the unconscious incompetence. Hey Keith, how's it going? Then as you go ahead and you experience these things, you're consciously incompetent. You are well aware of the things that you don't know. Okay, the unconscious incompetence is that you don't know what you don't know, right? Then you've got the conscious competence. After you've gotten the used to the brake pedal and the acceleration pedal, you're still thinking about things that are going on. Do I put on my turn signal? Do I put the brakes on, 50 feet before we get to the stop sign? You don't want to slam them on, right? So you're consciously thinking about these things. And then you get to the unconscious competence. And sometimes this is scary when you think about, gosh, how did I get here? Because all of those things that you've done, applying the gas pedal, the brake, and being aware of everything going on, you're not even thinking about anymore. And you might think, gosh, how did I get to my destination? Which is kind of scary because you didn't think about it at all. But that is really what we're trying to do when we develop a new mindset. So there are 4 exercises to getting there. And remember that there are unconscious drivers that are working in the background all the time that dictate what we're thinking about and how we behave. And there's 4 exercises or pillars, if you will, on how to change this. And this is really what is making Brian and Carrie's work so effective. And I hope it will help you out as well. The 4 exercises are to learn your language, to count your wins, to review your direction, and then to imagine the outcome. So I'm going to cover 2 today, and they're very important, the first 2. They're all important, but quite frankly, if you think you don't have enough time to do all 4, you want to focus on number 2, because this one is the biggie. This one, number 2, actually is most effective in rewiring the brain. But they're all important, and if you want to make mindset changes, you want to do all 4, okay? So the first one is learning your language. Now, as I said, there are unconscious drivers going on in our background, always in our brain. And if you take the moment while you're in the shower or you're taking a walk, riding the bike, or exercising, when you're kind of in that Zen moment, take a moment to think about what is happening in your brain. What is it that you're saying to yourself? And the best time you want to do this is first thing in the morning. So if you exercise in the afternoon and you just wait until then, do something. Think of this activity when you first get up in the morning, the things that you're doing, okay, that give you that Zen moment so you can be aware to listen to what you're saying. And I'll give you an example. Are you saying things to yourself that you would never allow anybody else to say to you? If that's happening, you want to be aware of that. Are you complaining? Are you thinking, oh my gosh, it's cold out. I don't want to get up. I'm tired. Those are all complaints. Think about that. And if this is happening, congratulations. Welcome to the human race, because we all do it. In fact, if you're the kind of person that says that you are a positive person, when you do this exercise, you'll realize maybe I'm not so positive after all. And that's okay, because we're all human, and through evolution, we've been wired to think negatively. It is a protection measure. So don't worry about that, but this is just be aware of it so that you can start making the changes. So here's what you want to do. Like I said, you want to do this first thing in the morning. And here are some indicators that will tell you about your inner language. They're going to be your thoughts. Just talked about that. It's going to be, how are you feeling? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling joy? Are you feeling sad? How are you feeling? How's your body feeling? What's your body saying to you? Is it hurt? You have energy? What's going on there? Have that internal language going on. And then your behavior. Here's an indication of behavior. is procrastination. If you're procrastinating on something, this is part of your language that you need to learn about yourself. So the best way to do this with anything is to write down a few of these things. Like I say, do this first thing in the morning. And the reason is so that you can start off your day on a good foot. Be aware of this stuff, and you're going, wow, I didn't know that this was happening. Be aware of it. It's a good way to start your day. The second one is count your wins. Now, this is not a gratitude list, folks. Gratitude listing, it's great. It's awesome to know what we're grateful for. But gratitude is more of an external thing. It's like, I'm grateful to God, I'm grateful to my family, I'm grateful, that type of stuff. It can almost become, robotic over time. That's not what I'm talking about. Counting your wins is about counting the things that you've done throughout the day that will get you to your desired goal. It might be picking up the phone and calling 10 prospects. You want to count those wins. Maybe thinking about making change is a win, because those are all things that are going to get you to your final destination. Now, give you an example of where the negativity can come in. Let's use the prospect example. You say, gosh, I prospected 10 people today, but I could have done 20. You want to get rid of the but part. You did 10 people, you prospected 10 people, give yourself a pat on the back, and what you want to do is reframe or reform a new story around you calling the prospects or typing to them, and how good that made you feel to do that. Reframe that in your brain. Now, like I said, you're going to become aware of your language in the morning, and you're going to count your wins at night, because when you're counting your wins and the pats on the back that you gave yourself, and you go to bed with those thoughts in your brain, you're going to have a good night's sleep, and it's going to help you wake up in a better frame of mind the next day. So folks, that's it for today. I'm going to share pillars 3 or exercises 3 and 4 tomorrow, so stay with me. And if you like today's content, I have other content that you may enjoy as well. Visit my websites at ChristyMatthewsOnline.com or ChristyJMatthews.com, and I'll see you next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.